Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, replay viewers. I'm doing great today. Welcome to Taiwan. We are at the amazing City God Temple. Excuse me, I haven't had a cold for 2 weeks. My voice stinks. I'm using my lavalier mic, so hopefully you can hear me and I don't have to talk too loud. Hi everyone, MJ here. This temple has been here for a long time, the late 1700s, and as Taoist temples go, if you come from a monotheistic background and you see all these deities, they're confusing, you know, and so foreigners come here and they don't really understand what's going on. But how it works at least in the Taoist realm is that every city has a god. Hey Dave, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hi John. All right, welcome on Periscope. Every deity has a god. Every city has a god, has a deity. And it just so happens that here in Hsinchu, okay, thank you. Okay. All right, appreciate it. Hey Ken, how you doing? Dave's gonna be here in what, 3 more days, right? Today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll see you, Dave, thanks. And we know you're busy. It just so happens that the city god of Hsinchu City is the highest ranking god in the entirety of Taiwan. So this guy here is the big boss, so. Hello. Hey, Paula, how are you? Oh, I know you're saying hi to John, but I want to say hi to you too, Paula. So this is the highest ranking god in Taiwan of all the city gods. Now, like many religious institutions around the world, commerce has sprung up. And in this case, it's had a couple of 100 years to do that. Hey, hi Amsterdam. So in some respects, it's hard to tell where the temple ends. Hi, from Mexico, nice to have you with us. Welcome to Taiwan. It's hard to tell where the temple ends and where the commercial enterprise begins. I'm gonna go in here because it's kind of raucous. It is 20 minutes until 3, so it's 14:40 here in Taiwan in the afternoon, and it's kind of a night market atmosphere here. I'm waiting to cross the road. We got a considerable amount of, no, it's okay. Don't be silly, you're not interrupting. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing. I may miss some comments. Now we are simultaneously broadcasting on Periscope, YouTube, and DLive, and we have comments from all 3 platforms. So please join us. Now, they have a little play going on in here. Now remember, this is a temple. Hope you can still hear me. I'm gonna take my hat off. This is so loud, I can't hear myself talk. Let's go over here. Yes, it's part of the temple. There's a restaurant complex. Can you guys still hear me? There's a restaurant complex that has grown up around the temple. So if we look down to the right, all the way up to the ends of the street, it's all food. All food here too. And yeah, everywhere you look. But here's the thing. You can get a dining room, or a table here in the dining area. And there's the temple right there. And this is the main City God Temple. There are a couple of different worship rooms. I'm going to show you them now. It's time for school to be let out, so a lot of students here. Here are the front incense burners here. 2 of them. But you can see, you know, I mean, here's the food area, and here's the beginning of the temple. Now we're going to take a look inside. Taiwanese are really cool. They almost never object to being photographed, but I try to be respectful and ask. But there'll be people in here doing various forms of worship, which we call bai bai in Chinese. Oh, there's other people photographing in here already. So this is the main part of the temple. I'm just going to walk around this side. Got any questions? I hope that I can answer. These are some of the deities here that they worship. And by the way, if you're ever visiting any of these Asian countries and you see these tables out front, do not put anything down unless you want to make a contribution to the temple. There are many stories of foreigners coming to Taiwan and setting their brand new mobile phone down on the table in order to do something, and the temple master comes by and says, "Oh, thank you for the contribution." So just be aware of that. You could find yourself with a very expensive contribution. All right, so this is the main part of the temple. In the old days, these would all be open air, but of course, in recent years, they've covered them over. All right, let me just walk up here. During certain religious holidays, they wear costumes, and these are some of those costumes that you no doubt have seen in other live streams. These things are tall because, yeah, I'm 191 centimeters and I'm holding this at eye level and I'm looking up at it, so there you go. Over here is where you can get ghost money, and it's all done on voluntary contribution. There's no set fee. So on top of this, there'll be a pack of incense and then ghost money underneath. And when you burn the ghost money, it conveys it into the netherworld for your ancestors, so they have spending money. So, all right, I'm trying to be cool and not show too many people here, but there's a gentleman over here lighting a bundle of incense on a candle. Now these here, every one of these has a name on it. People buy these, and what they are representations of, I'm trying to say that, how would I say this in English? I guess it's to shine spiritual light in a person's life. And so this is the main area, and you can see that there are places to kneel if you wish to. There's more contributions up there, and I got my Wi-Fi box in my hand here. This is the main area, and it's quite ornate, as you can see. We haven't had any comments for a few minutes. Are you still with me? Everyone's still there? Are we still on the air? Look at this ceiling. Quite ornate, yes. It's quite busy. This is a Monday afternoon. A lot of people here today. Here's more of these comments, or excuse me, more of these costumes. Sorry, I'm out of it today. Feeling kind of sick. Thank you. Thanks, Paul. Well, that's good. People are listening and watching. More of these giant costumes here, and give you an idea, I mean, they're pretty tall, taller than me. So, all right, now. Well, thank you. You guys are too polite. You don't have to worry about interrupting. Some more deities over here, and she's arranging her incense. A bunch of students up here may have a chance to practice their English for a second. There's another part of the temple in the back, so yeah. 不好意思，谢谢。Okay, so another deity costume here over here. I don't think this one's a costume though. I think this is actually a depiction. Interesting eyebrows. Now this is another part of the temple in the back, and I haven't been here in this section in quite a long time. But this one actually is open air, And you can see, I think you can see the age of the temple better in this area, because I don't think this has been recently revised. But I want you to look at this woodwork. And those over there are more costumes in the cases. More deities back here. I can just walk up here and show this to you. Temples are totally open to the public, so it's cool, you know, and as long as you don't do anything to offend anybody personally, you can pretty much do whatever you want. More ornate work, including the roof, which has been reworked though. But look at this over here. This is quite nice over here. People bow generally in threes. Lots of threes. Many of the sacrifices are offered in threes. You'll find 3 oranges or 3 pieces of something or 3 cups of liquor. Now these guys over here, we talked about these before. These are these are religious artifacts, and one side is flat and one side is not. So what you do is you throw them up in the air, and how they land determines whether you get a yes or no answer. And they have to land a certain way. But I guess in practice, what people whatever answer they want. But we'll not comment on that. More of these costumes over here. I am going to go back through. There's even another section. I'm going to go back through and show you the food area again. And I got time to get some food. If we want to do a food review, we can do that too. In here, the way the light is now, it looks particularly nice in the afternoon. I mean, look at these colors. And I apologize for my gimbal motor, but if I didn't have a gimbal, it wouldn't be smooth at all. It wouldn't be worth watching. All right. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm almost whispering. All right, now we're going to go to the side here. Excuse me. And if I recall correctly, yeah, there's a side entrance over here. We've been through this section. We just looked at this a second ago. We're going to go out into a little hallway. And when I mean a little hallway, I mean a little hallway. Gotta watch when I come out. I'm gonna go to the left. And this is the other part of the temple in the back. Now, here's the incense or the ghost burner. So this is where they burn the ghost money. And this has been, I mean, it's all black, and this has been in use for well over a century. It's all full of relief details, and it has, it's hard to see, but it has the typical dragon and phoenix motif on the top. The dragons are in the very top, and right underneath them, the phoenix. All right, now, here's the other part of the temple. All right. Got a big golden guy in here. Let's go over here and take a look. Again, all these have names. People pay a yearly fee to have their name on these. It is pretty interesting, isn't it? People pay a yearly fee to have their name on these. Of course, this used to be, years ago, it would be candles. Now they're all LEDs. These are all people's personal names that they bought, you know, the right. And this is an 8-armed deity, and it kind of looks, to my eye anyway, Hindu, but I'm not an expert. But that's interesting. Taoism does have a mixture of some other religious elements. And there's the big golden guy again. And you'll notice the elongated earlobes, the big beads around the neck. Yeah. It's quite a big casting, actually. So you can get directly into that section from here, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go down the long hall. That's the older section we were just in. So this is the hallway here, and we're going to go back out into the food court. Okay. On the broadcast platform, I was here, and we didn't have that good of connectivity back in those days. Now over here is yet another section, smaller section. I'm going to go back here and give you the overview. Again, this used to be open air, but it's not anymore. Have some visitors here. That looks like matsu up there, but I can't tell. I'm trying to read it. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is matsu because it's making a reference to the ocean. She's the god of the ocean. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't actually say the name though, but I'm pretty sure that that's matsu, which is like Taiwan's favorite deity. It's goddess of the ocean. And back in the old days of Periscope, I was down near the ocean. There is a 30 meter, is it 30 or 40 meter high bronze statue of Matsu. And from that vantage point, she can see the ocean. It's pretty incredible. Now these guys down here actually look Buddhist. And if you've seen some of my previous scopes, they have the Buddha head, as it's called. You know, with the little, I don't know what to call them, knobs, nodules, whatever. And there's some wood carvings down below. And some other golden deities here on the sides. Pretty interesting. And another one, complimentary one over here. Okay, now let's go back out to the food area. And it is hot here today. There's no air conditioning in this temple. This is all, you know, old school. Now, thanks, Ken. It's been a pleasure. Something you almost never see in Taiwan is homeless people or beggars. There's a guy over here. You know, the prosperity here is so good with a national health care system and a very low unemployment rate. High-tech Taiwan. And the fact that families stay together, and there's a lot of inherited. It's hard to find people that are homeless. And so when you do, you know something bad has happened to them, usually medical problems or so forth. Anyway, I don't want to go back over there because it's just so loud. Now the food here in this area is inexpensive, but it's very good. And if you've been watching Dave and Osaka's scopes recently, you've seen how cheap the food is here. But yeah, really, really good. Nope, I've got a scooter right in here. It's taking some pots and pans away. Hi, welcome to Taiwan, Istanbul. Nice that you're with us. Okay, welcome on Periscope. All right, now we are going to go outside for a second. I'll put my hat on just to let you guys know what the extent of the area is. There's all kinds of, Taiwan is very well developed and built up. There's all kinds of regular food places up here and, tea shops and so forth. But let's go down here. You might find this interesting. There's a lot of, I mean, this is the old and the new. There are a lot of these little back alley places here that are just so interesting, I think, in my opinion. Let's look and see what they got here. I wonder if they got any, they got like a coffee smoothie. No, I don't want any of that. So just looking. Everything has sugar in it. I was thinking maybe they had some non-sugar stuff. So. Ni hao, ni hao. Thank you, Manuel. It's my pleasure. So yeah, if you just want to walk down here, you can see, people have some permanent places here, but there's a lot of just side of the road things here. This is kind of like a self-serve buffet. Over there, you got little boxes. I'll show you. You can take it out. This is all just beautiful food. This looks vegetarian. Looks vegetarian. Yeah, I don't see any meat. I think this is all vegetarian. And there's a little takeout box up there. And you just take out whatever you want and hand it to the boss lady and she tells you how much it is. Little kitchen's off on the side here. Little kitchen. And look at this fruit, man. These mangoes and these beautiful apples here and oranges. Look at this. Now, Taiwan is a treasure chest for fruit and vegetables. We have what we call just general green vegetables. We call it qing cai. And you go to a place and you say, 今天有什么青菜? What do you have for fresh vegetables today? And it could be any number of things. And one of my favorites is 地瓜叶, which is sweet potato leaves in English. And boy, is it good. It's really, really good. These are horse beans. Yeah, peanuts and wow. Sunflower, pumpkin, yeah, lots of seeds, beans, and look, I mean, they're just sitting out here. See this? Nobody's watching it because nobody steals stuff. Crime is almost non-existent. The whole time I've been in Taiwan, I only had one thing stolen from me. Somebody stole it. I guess they liked it. I had a little tiny piece of junk, $20 barbecue in my back fence, and it wasn't locked. But I don't think it was a Taiwanese person that took it. So this is kind of an indoor-outdoor. It's kind of a makeshift tent kind of awning thing over the top. So you want to get some cheap clothing too. $2.90, that's $10 for a pair of pants. And some of the night markets are even cheaper. Now, it's one of my favorite places down here. These types of places are the poultry places. Now, in Taiwan, if you buy poultry and it doesn't have the head, and it doesn't have them, even though it costs more. But see these guys over here, they got the head on them. And that is black skin chicken. And these are duck. Look at this. Boy, look how brown it is. These are roast duck. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Wow. And you can get like a quarter duck or a quarter chicken. If you want, you can get the head right there with the cone on it. Here's some more with the head and the feet. Actually, on these ones, no, they cut the feet off. Sometimes what they do is they tuck the feet back inside the cavity. Let's go down here, see what's over here, because I haven't been here in a long time.